Okay, today we're going to talk about the Hunter Pro C controller and its basic operations. With the dial in the run position, the system will operate as it is programmed to do. If we'd like to make adjustments to that program, we can start by rotating the dial to the date and time. Currently it's flashing on the year 2021. If I want to make any adjustments, I'm going to use the plus or minus key to make those appropriate adjustments. Plus or minus key will always be the toggle to make any changes to the settings. The left and right arrow will be used to toggle to the next function within each category. Go to the next function. It is on the calendar month, the day, AM, PM, the hour, and the minute. Once again, plus or minus to change any of the settings. If I hit the right arrow again, I'm back to the beginning of the year, and that completes all the settings within the date and time dial position. We're going to skip start times for just a minute. We're going to go down to run times. This is where we tell the system how long to operate each individual zone out in the yard. Zone number 1 is set for 20 minutes. That would be a rotor zone. We can adjust that anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes. If I wanted to make an adjustments to add more water to this particular area, I could use the plus key to do that, or minus to go back to the 20 minutes. So zone number 1 is set for 20 minutes. Zone number 2 is set for 20 minutes. Zone number 3 is set for 10 minutes. Now this time setting is going to be for a spray zone. These are fixed position heads covering a smaller area, so about half as long of a run time when compared to the rotors will achieve the same output of water. All of these settings that we're looking at today are about 1/3 inch of precipitation, and if we do that 3 days a week, we'll be putting down 1 inch of water for the week. So to complete the remaining zones, zone 4 is set for 20 minutes, 5 is 20, 6, and 7, all set for 20 minutes. If I hit the right arrow again, it tells me that my total run time is 2 hours and 10 minutes. So from start to finish, if it starts at 4 a.m., it's going to finish at 6:10 a.m. Now that we know what our run times are, we can turn the dial to start time and tell it what time to begin operation in the morning. We do want to water in the morning hours. It's going to put the best moisture application to the soil versus in the middle of the day where the extreme heats of summer can take away a lot of that precipitation before it even reaches the ground through evaporation rate. We also do not want to water in the evening hours because the evening hours just before nightfall can promote mold and mildew and disease growth. So applying the water in the early morning hours is the best way to achieve good saturation and provide moisture throughout the course of a given day. If I enter in or look at the next function within this area, it is set for a second start time. So start time number 2 is at 11 a.m. We're going to zero this out. Which is right at the midnight point. And we're going to take away this second start time. And it goes to off. So let's check start time number 3 and 4. So start time number 1, that means we're only going to run this once per day on the days that we designate it to operate. So 1 start time starting at 4 a.m. Now I'm going to go down to water days and tell it what days of the week I want it to water. This particular controller is set to water on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday because we have a solid raindrop. The other days of the week are crossed out, meaning that they will not water. If I want to make some changes, I can use the plus or minus key. Monday is flashing, and now I'm going to Tuesday. If I want to turn Tuesday off, I hit the minus key. You'll see that the icon changes. If I want to reverse direction and turn Monday on, I can use the left arrow, hit the plus key, and now Monday would be on. So now the schedule is Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. We're going to go back and reset it to the values we already had. We're going to go back to Monday, hit the minus to shut it off. It's on Tuesday, flashing. Hit the plus button to turn that on. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is the current schedule. It's going to start at 4 a.m. and it's going to put down a third inch of precipitation each day for a total of 1 inch of water for a given week. The next function is the pump. And this is an indication for a master valve. This should say on for all zones, because the system is built with a master valve. So it just tells the controller to activate this master valve when every zone is operating. Seasonal adjustment is currently set at 100%. We recommend that it stay at 100% just for equal distribution of water. If we get to the point in the middle of the summer where 3 days is not enough water, our suggestion is that you go to water days and you add Monday. Maybe you go over to Friday and add Friday. Now I've gone from 3 days a week to 5 days a week, and I'm a little over 1.5 inches of water per week. Keep in mind that every cycle that you run is about 1/3 inch of precipitation. The summer months, where we can average 6 to 8 weeks of drought and 90+ temperatures, can demand up to 5 or 6 days of watering to maintain good, healthy green turf. The question at that point becomes, how much water are you willing to apply to the lawn to keep it green? And you can do that by adding days when the grass is stressed out and showing signs of stress at the early onset of summer. So add days to increase the output and get anywhere up to 5 or even 6 days a week. Next function we're going to talk about is manual operation. If I go to manual operation, and this is a function to run any given zone for a particular length of time. It's flashing zone number 1, so if I turn the dial to run, it's going to start operating zone number 1 for 20 minutes. It's only going to be zone number 1, and it's not going to change the program whatsoever. If I've chosen the wrong zone, I can go to system off for just a few moments, back to the run position, and everything has been cleared out, and then the system is ready to resume its normal program. Within the run position, I can delay the system's operation for a set of days. So I can use the plus button and say now it reads off for 3 days left. Turn it to the run position. It's going to count down 3 days and resume operation after that. To clear that out, back to the off position for 3 seconds, and to run, and that command is no longer in place. The system will perform its program as it was previously set. If you want to operate an entire cycle at any given time, you can use the manual start, press and hold feature. Hold down the right arrow for about 3 seconds, let go, and it starts with zone number one, and it's going to run the entire operation, zones 1 through 7, for a total run time of 2 hours and 10 minutes on demand at this point forward. It doesn't change the program whatsoever, so it would run this in addition to anything else that's already set. If I've chosen the wrong program, again, I can shut it off by going to the system off position for a few seconds and back to run. Those are the basic operations of the Hunter Pro C controller. Thank you.